Hello students, you are clicking this video in order to find the test series for the engineering examinations in which you are going to be appear. My best of luck for you students for these examinations, and I wish that you must clear that. If you want some more engineering test paper series of physics also and maths also, you can just check out the links and in the description box, or just go to the playlist and there you find some more videos like that. And if you like them, please share and subscribe my channel also. And in this video I'm going to take the questions regarding the topic determinants, which are generally taken, I have taken from the previous years also, and in between them I also want to I also try to give you the concept of the determinant in a very abstract manner. So firstly, I am just taking an example of a question in which we have to find a determinant, but by a trick and not by the traditional method, so that it can save your time. Just see that. Now this is the question for which we have to find a determinant. For this we just use a trick. If we practice this trick, then we can solve the value of determinant in a little bit of seconds. Just write all the three values like this and repeat the upper two rows. Okay, in this way. Clear? Now just take three digits, three elements in this way, here, then here, and in this way. Okay? Now multiply them. 3 2s are 6, that is minus x. 4 1s are 4, and here we have 0. Clear? Now similarly here we also do that in this way. Clear? Now multiply 4 2 and 0, this is 0. This is 3 1s are 3, and this is plus 2. Just solve it. We have 5, and here we have minus 2. Now just remember, this is our right side and this is our left side. So we subtract right side with our left side. So we have minus 2, minus 5, and its value of determinant is minus 7. You can check it by your traditional method. You can get the same answer. Now this is the trick I want to explain you. That's why I have taken this question. Now I am just taking another questions which from the previous year's papers. Now we have the first question where it is given in form of determinant and it is equal to 3k, where 2 omega is equal to z and z is equal to under root minus 3, and we have to find the value for the k. Now just observe this one. Z is equals to root minus 3, so that we have 2 omega plus 1 is equals to under root minus 3, which is 3 under root 3 I. Clear? That means 2 omega is equals to, just see over here, 2 omega is equals to under root 3 I minus 1. That means omega is equal to under root 3 I minus 1 over 2. That means we have minus 1 plus under root 3i over 2. This is the value of omega. So as we know, this is the cube root of unity. So omega square is equals to minus 1 minus under root 3i by 2. I just solve all these because it is given in this way and we have omega in our determinant. Now I am going to solve this. Clear? Just solve that determinant. You can do by either of the methods. For example, I just subtract this row with this and this row again with this. We have 1, 0 and 0. Now here when we subtract, we have 1. That means omega square minus 1, that is plus 1, that is plus 2. And here we have 1 minus omega square. Now here we have 1 minus omega square and 1 minus omega 7. Clear? What is omega 7? That means what we write omega 7, that means omega cube dot omega square into omega. That means we left over with omega, as we know omega cube is equals to 1. So what we have now, here we have only minus omega. Clear? Now we have to solve this only. Clear? Because all the terms remaining 0. So we have omega square plus 2 into 1 minus omega, then minus 1 minus omega square whole square. Clear? Now multiply. On multiplying we have omega square plus 2 minus omega cube minus 2 omega minus 1 plus omega 4 minus 2 omega square. Now omega cube is 1, so we have omega square plus 2 minus 1 minus 2 omega minus 1 plus, this is left over with omega, minus 2 omega square. Just open the bracket, we have omega square minus 2 omega plus 1 minus 1 plus minus omega and plus 2 omega square. It get cancelled, and we have omega square to omega square, that means 3 omega square minus 3 omega. Clear? Now what we have left with, in our equation we have it is equal to 3k. So we have 3 omega square minus 3 omega is equals to 3k, because that is given in question. We have omega square minus omega is equals to 3k, 3 get cancelled. So the value of k is equal to omega square minus omega. Now how we will solve it? We know that omega square is minus 1 minus under root 3I over 2 minus, what is the value of omega? Minus 1 plus under root 3I over 2. Now solve it. We have minus 1 minus root 3I plus 1 plus minus root 3I over 2. So it get cancelled. So we have minus 2 root 3 I over 2. So we left over with root 3 I. So the answer is k is equals to minus root 3 I. But in the question it is given that z is equal to under root minus 3. That is z is equal to root 3i, and we have the value of k is equal to minus root 3i. That means the value of k is minus z, which is our required answer. That's why we solve this question. Now I am going to proceed some another question. Now this type of question is there. That means fx is equal to this one, and we have to find f of 100. What is the value of f of 100? Firstly, we have to find the value of fx. Now we just see that if we add 1 and x, 1 plus x, and we subtract it with 1x plus 1, it is 0. Now just check second one, 2x plus x square minus x. So we have x square plus x. Here we also have x square plus x. It is also gets subtracted and gets 0. Now just observe the third case. We have 3x square minus 3x plus x into x square minus 3x plus 2. So we have 3x square minus 3x plus x cube minus 3x square plus 2x. So we have x cube minus 6x square minus 5x. Now when we factorize it, we have x square minus 6x minus 5, and ultimately we got the same term we have just multiply. We have x square minus 1 into x. That means x cube minus x. Just solve it. So we have, after solving it, x square minus x minus 2x plus 2 minus 3x. So we have x cube minus 3x square plus 2x. It get cancelled. It get cancelled, and we have x cube plus x minus x. Okay. Now in the third case we have the same thing in both the places. So when we add again, it gets 0. So we have the formula in order to solve this. That means R, not R, that means C3, because these are the columns, is equal to C3 minus C1 plus C2. When we do this, we ultimately got this term is equals to 0, 0 and 0. And with the property of determinant, if any column or the row becomes 0, the ultimately whole value of determinant gets 0. So when fx is equals to 0, so f of 100 is also equal to 0. So whenever these types of determinants are given, just check it whether they are generally very tricky, and you ultimately got the answer without doing anything. Now I am going to another question. Before going to tell some more questions which are asked in previous year's questions, I just want to share with you a trick in order to find the value of determinant. Just by remembering that trick, you can easily apply that trick in some other questions also. Okay, if the determinant is in the form of this, that means we have 1 at every place, and here the trace elements, that means diagonal elements, are same. Then the determinant of that determinant value is just add all these. Okay, add the first column, that means alpha plus 2, and just make 1 minus alpha whole square. Okay, just memorize this formula, and we can apply this formula in any type of question which has the format like this. For example, if we have format like this, then the value of its determinant is x minus 1 plus 1 plus 1 into 1 minus x minus 1 whole square. That means we have the value x plus 1 into 1 minus x plus 1 whole square. That means x plus 1 into 2 minus x whole square. You can check it by elaborating it also. I just explain you. Okay, or we can just find it by the tricky method. Okay, now we have x minus 1 1 1 1 x minus 1 1 1 1 x minus 1, then x minus 1 1 1 1 x minus 1 and 1. Okay, now we have this answer. Okay, so we just solve it whether it is correct or not. The answer which we got here is, I am just writing over here, x plus 1 2 minus x ka whole square. So I am going to solve this by Saras method. This and this. This is x minus 1 whole cube plus 1 plus 1. Now here we have this and this. That means x minus 1, x minus 1, x minus 1. When we add, we have 3x minus 3, that means 3x minus 1. Okay, now we have to subtract both. So we have x minus 1 cube plus 2 minus 3x minus 1. Clear? I will take x minus 1 common. So we have x minus 1 whole square plus 2 minus 3. Now I am going to take a question which is the application of the formula which I told you earlier. We have to find in this question the value of x. Firstly, we have to solve the value of the determinant. I just add all of 3. So we have a plus x, a minus x, a minus x. So it gets cut down. We have 3a minus x in one bracket. Clear? Now in second bracket we have what? 1 minus alpha whole square. That means a minus x minus a plus x whole square, where alpha is what? The trace element, diagonal element. So we have a minus x minus a minus x whole square. So we have this get cancelled, minus 2x whole square. So we have 4x square. And this determinant should be get 0. 3a minus x, 4x square is equal to 0. Value of x is 0 and value of x is 3a minus x is equal to 0, that is x is equal to 3a. So we have two values, 0 and 3a. So by just memorizing that formula, what is that formula? I am going to again tell you. Just remember that formula, that was very useful because lot of questions are asked in previous examinations. Alpha 1 1 1 alpha 1 1 1 alpha. For this type of determinant we have the value alpha plus 2 whole square 1 minus alpha plus 2 into 1 minus alpha whole square. This is the value of the determinant. Okay, you just memorize this formula and you can apply it in many questions. I am going to take next question with having the use of the same formula. This is another question which is asked in the previous year examinations of JEE Mains, and this question is also based on the same formula which I told you earlier. You just see that the trace elements are the same, x minus 4, x minus 4, and we have 2x, 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 2x in the same elements at the same places. So in order to find the determinant, you just go through the long process, or either simply just add all these terms. So we have 5x minus 4 in one format, and in other format we write what? 1 minus alpha. This is the place of 1. It is 2x minus x minus 4 whole square. Clear? So we have 5x minus 4, and in another bracket we have x plus 4 whole square. Now compare this and this. So we have 5x minus 4, and here we have x plus 4 whole square. Now when we compare both of them, what is the value of a and b? So just see how this complicated question can be done in a very few seconds. So the value of a is equals to minus 4. So when we put it here, value of b is equals to 5. Now this question is done. I am going to take another question. Just watch over another question on your screen. It is given in this way, and it is given that if it has had no solution, find the value of alpha. For the case of no solution, determinant is equal to 0, that determinant 1, determinant 2, determinant 3, it may not equal to 0. Okay, so that means we have the determinant is equals to 0. So we write over here alpha 1 1, then 1 alpha 1 1 1 alpha. After expanding it, we got the value of determinant as alpha plus 2 whole square. We just add all these, and 1 minus alpha whole square. This is the value of the determinant. Now, if we have here the two values, alpha is equals to minus 2 and alpha is equals to 1. If we put the alpha is equals to 1 over here, we got here it is 0. When it is 0, we are not able to find the different values of x, y and z, because the answer is no solution. So in this case, we just take the value of alpha is equals to minus 2. As the question asks you that find the number of values of alpha, then there are two values. But in this case, if you find the value of alpha, your answer is alpha is equal to minus 2 only. I am proceeding to next question. Just note it down. There is another question on your screen. Log of an plus 1, log a of an plus 2. You just see that it is in the form of log, and the value of n goes on increasing in each row and column. Where it is given a1, a2, a3, these are in GP, and you have to find the value of this determinant. One thing I want to tell you here, if a1, a2, this in GP, then log of a1, log of a2, these are in AP. This is the most basic concept you remember. Now, with using this concept, we can solve easily our determinant transform in this way. An, that means an plus 1, it becomes n plus 1 term, that means a plus d. An plus 2, that means it becomes a plus 2d. These are the form of in AP now. Clear? Because a1, a2 is in GP, then if we take the log of that, they becomes in AP. So I am writing these in the form of AP. Now it is 3, it is a plus 3d, a plus 4d, a plus 5d. I think you got the concept. A plus 6d, a plus 7d, a plus 8d. Okay. Now I think it's a simple to solve this determinant. I am just subtracting this from this and this from this. So we have, I am just subtracting the columns a plus 3d and a plus 6d. So when we subtract these two, we got d, here also d and here also d. And when we subtract this to next one, we also have the d and d and d. Now this becomes a typical type of determinant in which two columns are same. So ultimately its determinant is 0. So the concept which you learn from here, that if anything is in GP, then log of that thing is in AP. Now I am proceeding to next question. There is another question of determinant in front of us. We have the determinant a square 1 plus a square. In this way, this is the determinant. Now it is given the vectors 1a square, 1b square, 1c square are non-coplanar. That means this is a question which comprises both the vectors and the determinant. What do you mean by non-coplanar? Non-coplanar means 1a square, 1b square, 1c and c square is not equal to 0. This is the meaning of non-coplanar. Okay? Just note it down. This is the meaning of non-coplanar. And we have to find the value of a, b, c from this determinant. Okay? Now, I think you can easily solve it. I just take this question in order to explain you what is What are non-coplanar factors? Now when we have this type of determinant, we can break it into two parts. That means A, B, C, A square, B square, C square. These are two things. So we have 1, 1 and 1. And in another determinant we have A, B, C and A square, B square, C square, then A square, B square, C square. Okay, so this is what? This is that one. Clear? And here also we left over with, if we take A common, so we have 1, 1, 1, and here we have, in this way, we have left over with this. Clear? So from the first one I take A, from the second one I take B, I'm writing over here, and in the third one I take C. So we have the same type of format here after expanding, expanding, or you can say splitting the determinant into two when we have these types of signs in our determinant. Now both are same, so we just take the common one of the matrix as a common. So we have 1, 1, 1, A, B, C, A square, B square, C square. So we have 1 plus A, B, C, is equals to 0. So as it is given, it is not equal to 0. So this must be equal to 0. So we have 1 plus A plus B is equal to 0. So from here we have A, B, C is equal to -1, and this is the required answer which is asked in the question. Okay. Now I am going to take another question. Now watch this type of question on your screen. Here we have the elements of the determinants in terms of factorials, and we have to find the value of, this is determinant over n factorial q. How we solve these types of terms when we have factorial n? So if we know factorial n is equals to n minus 1, n minus 2, this is factorial. And for example, if we have n plus 4 factorial, what does it mean? N plus 4, n plus 3, n plus 2, then n plus 1, then n factorial. In this way it goes on. Okay, this is the basic concept. With the help of this I am going to solve now. Just watch over on the screen, and we have to find the value of d over factorial n ka cube. Okay, now I am just writing just below this determinant. Here we have factorial n, here we have n plus 1 factorial n. Now we have n plus 2, n plus 1, then factorial n. Similarly, n plus 1 factorial, here I have n plus 2, n plus 1 factorial. Similarly, there I have n plus 3 factorial n plus 2, n plus 1 factorial. Clear? Just make a n plus 1 factorial in this line, n factorial in this line, and here I make n plus 2 factorial, n plus 2, n plus 3 factorial, and then n plus 4, n plus 3, n plus 2 factorial. Okay, so it is 3, it is 2. Clear? Now just keep an eye on the determinant. Here in this line we have common n factorial. Here I have n plus 1, and here I have n plus 2. So when we just I have to do in this way because my blackboard is small. I think you will cooperate with me. So we just bring out factorial n plus 1, then factorial n plus 2 factorial. Okay. Now here we have 1, 1, 1. Clear? And this we have n plus 1, n plus 2, n plus 3. And here we have n plus 2, n plus 1, n plus 3, n plus 2, n plus 4, and n plus 3. Clear? So now what we do, now we observe what we do, we have to just make it 0, 0. Okay? If we do in this type of subtraction, it becomes complicated. So I will subtract this with this and this with this. Okay? So we left over n plus 1 factorial, n plus 2 factorial. Clear? 1, 0 and 0. It is n plus 1, it is n plus 2, n plus 1. When we subtract these two, we have 1, and when these two we also got 1. And here when we subtract this, we just do it one case. We have n square plus 3n plus 2 minus n square plus 5n plus 6. So we see that it get cancelled. We have 2n plus 4. Okay. That means we will got the answer 2n plus 4. Similarly here also what we got, just solve it, and we got the value 2n plus 6. Okay. Now just solve this one, and we have got 2n plus 6 minus 2n plus 4. It get cancelled. We left over with 2. Clear? So we have factorial n plus 1, n plus 2 factorial over 2. So now just solve. We have to divide by factorial n cube in our determinant in order to get the value. Okay, because in the question it is asked determinant over factorial n cube. So we have factorial n plus 1 factorial, n plus 2 factorial, and into 2, which is equal to determinant. Okay, and we have to adjust it as divided by factorial n cube. So we just solve it. Factorial n, here we have n plus 1 factorial n. For this we have n plus 2, n plus 1, n factorial into 2. So we have 3 n factorials. So bring it over here. We have d factorial n over q is equals to n plus 1 whole square n plus 2 into 2. This is our answer. In this way we solve the question of factorials. Clear? Now I am going to another question. Just note it down. Now watch another question. This is also a very interesting one, and it is very simple and tricky one. It is given that determinant of 2 cross 2 matrix alpha 2 2 alpha, and when we do the cube of the determinant, we got 125, and we have to find the alpha. So we know a to the power n is equal to mod of a to the power n. So it is 125. So mod of a is equals to 5. So just put it equals to 5 and find the value for alpha. I think it becomes easy for you. So we have alpha square minus 4 is equals to 5. Alpha is equal to minus 9. So we have value of alpha is plus minus 3. Clear? In this way we just do these types of questions. Whenever you have to say that find the roots of the equation, then also you have find these values like we find that in determinants. Now there is another problem in front of you, and this problem we have taken the case of determinant and also the case of differentiation. Both the topics are related here in this problem, and how will you solve these types of problems. Firstly, find the value of this determinant. One thing more it is given. If we put f is equal to 0, we got the value 2. If we put f is equal to 1, we got the value 1, and it has maximum value at x is equal to 5 by 2. Okay, so we have to find here what is the value of function fx. In this case, I am not going to write the whole question here on the blackboard. I am just writing the concepts. So here we have to find the value of the function. Firstly, find the value of this determinant f dash x. So how we will solve it? Just use your brain. Just think for a while. We see that there is a relation between these three. So here if we have 2ax and 2b, that means we have 2ax but 2b, that means if we multiply by this 2 and when we subtract by this, we get ultimately 0. So we have 2ax and b and it is 0. Clear? In the same way, 2ax minus 1, b plus 1. So when we add both of them after multiplying with 2, and here it is also 2, 1, 1, that means it is 0. And here I have 2ax plus b plus 1 minus 1, 2ax plus b minus 2 plus 1. That means we have, just see over here, we have this plus minus 2, that means minus 1. That means we left over here with I think 1. When we solve it, we left over with 1. Yes. Okay. Now in this determinant we have to just solve only this portion because 1 is over here. Now solve it. We have, I'm just using this portion of blackboard. So we have 2ax into b plus 1 minus b into 2ax minus 1. We have 2abx plus 2ax minus 2abx plus b. Okay, both get cancelled. So we have 2ax plus b. This is the value of f dash x. Clear? Now I am going to rub this whole determinant in order to get the space to done our question. So we got f dash x is equals to 2ax plus b. Clear? Now this is the f dash of fx. Okay. Now in order to find the main function, we just integrate it. Okay. So we have got 2ax square upon 2, then bx constant c. So we left over ax square plus bx plus c. This is our function fx. But it is given that f of 0 is 2. So when we put f of 0, we got c which is equal to 2. So the value of c is 2 over here. Now f of 1 is 1. So when we put f of 1, we have a plus b plus c and it is equals to 1. So a plus b plus 2 is equal to 1. That means a plus b is equal to minus 1. Now again, watch over here. we have f of dash x is equal to 2ax plus b. So for this maximum value we have 5 by 2. So we write it over x. If write for maximum or minimum value, we put this value into f dash x. That means 2a into 5 over 2 plus b. So we have cut it down. So we have 5a plus b is equal to 0. That means b is equal to minus 5a. Clear? So from the equation, our main function is ax square plus bx plus c. So I write it over here. A plus b is equal to minus 1 and b is equal to minus 5a. A minus 5a is equal to minus 1. Minus 4a is equal to minus 1. That means value of a is 1. So value of b is minus 5. And value of c, as we know, it is 2. So value of the function becomes ax square plus bx plus c. So we write x square minus 5x plus 2. This is the required function which is going to ask in our question. So in this way we do these types of questions. I also want to discuss two more questions regarding earlier concepts because they are a typical one and little bit complicated. I think you must watch them. Now you are seeing a question on your screen that fx is equal to cos x 2 sin x tan x x square x and 1 2x and 1. It is the value of fx and we have to find the value of f dash x. So that means we have to find the derivative of this fx. Then how will we find that? Just I'm going to explain you. Firstly, here we do 1 by 1, okay, and other two remains constant. So when we do this line, derivative of this line, so we have cos x means minus sin x. This is 1 and this is 1. It is 2 sin x, x square 2x. Here we have tan x, x and 1. Now second one, just make first and third constant and differentiate the second. We have 2 cos x, 2x and 2, and here I have tan x, x and 1, and in the last one we write cos x, x 1, 2 sin x, x square 2x, tan x, that is sec square x, 1 and 0. Okay, now that means to differentiate the function we just differentiate firstly the first row, then remaining the other two constant, then the second row, then the third row. Okay, now what we do now, just as in the question given, the value of x is equal to 0. It may be some other value, pi by 2, pi by 4 and anything. We just put the values of there in these determinants because this is the determinant comprising of the trigonometric functions. Otherwise, so we write the values for x is equal to 0 in all the three. We just substitute these values. So we got, I just remove this upper portion and just write over here with all the three determinant values. So in order to find x is equal to 0, we have sine 0, that means 0. This is 1 and 1. This is also 2 sine 0. This is 0. This is 0. Tan 0, that is 0. That is 0 and it is 1. Clear? In the same way, here also we put cos 0, that is 1. It is 0, it is 1. It is 2 ones are 2. It is 0. It is 2. tan 0, 0 and 0 and 1. Similarly here I have cos 0, 1, 0, 1, then 0, 0 and 0, sec 0, that means 1, this is 1 and 0. Now you just solve the values of these determinant and write the answer. The concept which I am trying to teach you, that in order to find the differentiation of a function, we firstly differentiate a first line remaining two other constant. In second portion we differentiate the second line remaining the first two one constant, and in the third portion we just differentiate the third line, and in this way our determinant gets split into three different determinants, and after putting the values and adding them we got the final answer. This is the base of these types of. So now I am going to expanding our determinant and find the different values of three determinants. You can find the any determinant and you just solve it and find the answers. In this case the value of determinant is 0. Here I also observe that it is 0, and in the same way we also observe that this is 0. So overall f dash x is 0. Okay. The main concept behind this question which I want to explain you, that how to differentiate a function. Now just write it down. This is a type of question that is given in three equations when we have to find the value of xz over y square. That means firstly we have to find the values of x, y, z and put it them, and then we have to find the answer. But in this equations we have two constants k. So firstly find the value of k. For that, so we have the determinant in the form of 1, 3 and 2, then k, k and 4, 3, minus 2 and minus 3. If you want to see some more series of topic wise, you can go to the category of engineering test series, which I give you the link in the last of my screen or in the description box. Okay, now just solve it. We have 1 minus 3k plus 8 minus k minus 9 plus 4 plus 3, 3 4s are 12 minus 2k. I think you know how to solve the determinants. So we have minus 3k plus 8 minus k minus 5 plus 3, 12 minus 2k. Okay, so we have minus 3k plus 8 plus 5k plus 36 minus 6k. Clear? Now this is k, and this is k. So we have minus 4k plus 44 is equal to 0. So value of k is equals to 11. Clear? Now we have to find the values for x, y and z. The second step we have to do. Just be careful for this step because it is a really a little bit confusing step. So I just put over here 11 in our equations. Okay, we have, I just simply write over here 11 in place of k. Okay, so we have 11y and 11y. Clear? And we have to now solve for x, y and z. Now for solving x, y and z, just make it z as lambda. So we have equations x plus 11y plus 3 lambda, and second equation don't take this one because both of 11y are same. So okay, we can take this also, 3x plus 11y minus 2z, 2 lambda, because in place of z I am placing the lambda. Okay, now solve it. It is minus, it is minus, it is plus, it get cancelled. We have minus 2x plus 5 lambda is equal to 0. One thing we remember, that we don't neutralize the lambda, we only neutralize x and in order to find the y, and neutralize y in order to find the value of x. Okay, so x is equal to 5 lambda over 2. In this way we got x is equal to 5 lambda over 2. Now we have to find the value of y. by solving another two set of equations. So we have 3x plus 11y minus 2z, then 2x plus 4y minus 3z. In place of z, I put the lambda. Clear? Now, we got the value of x. So, in order to get the value of y, we have to multiply the x. So, multiply it by 2 and multiply it by 3. So, we have 6x plus 22y minus 4 lambda is equal to 0. Here I have 6x, 12y minus 9 lambda is equal to 0. Minus and plus get cancelled. We have 10y plus 5 lambda is equal to 0. That means y is equal to minus lambda over 2. So y is equal to minus lambda over 2. And z we already taken lambda. Now it's very simple to find the value of xz over y square. So in this way, the trivial solution of equations, we have different types of question. We find the number of solutions, we find the values of lambda, and also we find ultimately the value of an equation made up of combination of these. So we have 5 lambda over 2. In place of z, we write z lambda. In place of y square, we write lambda into 2 into 2. It get cancelled all. So we left over with 10. In this way, we solve different types of questions in the determinants. So if you like the contents, if you like my channel, just subscribe it and share.